Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chuck Thuss, and I am a former Division One and professional ice hockey goalie, and I am currently the founder and CEO of Compassionate Connection and the co-founder and host of Warriors Unmasked, the podcast. As someone with lived experience with mental health, it is near and dear to my heart. And along with that, when we talk about mental health, we can't help but talk about athletic identity and the transition from your playing days to days after being an active athlete. And I am a firm believer that that transition is one of the hardest things that athletes will go through. And it leads a lot to the mental health crisis in former athletes that we are all seeing today. When we talk about athletic identity, what we're talking about is someone that is solely identifying as the sport we play. And that's just simply not the case. It's just something we do very, very well. I was one of those people. From the time that I started playing hockey at a very young age, I started when I was 3. People referred to me as Chuck the hockey player. Oh, Chuck Thuss, you're the hockey player. And it's not only in hockey, it's in football, it's in baseball, it's in lacrosse, it's in rugby, it's in every sport across the board. We are always helping people identify as their sport. And it's something that's becoming a bigger and bigger problem because all of a sudden these athletes are realizing that they are their sport when they're not actually. They're just what they do really, really well. And so I think it's incredibly important that as we continue to go along here, that we start to inform and educate these athletes that they're far more than the sport that they play. They have far more characteristics and assets that are going to be very beneficial to them down the road in life after sports than they are right now. And we're talking about planning, we're talking about goal setting, we're talking about being a team player, we're talking about coachable. All of these different things make up this person, not necessarily the sport. Now, the sport is something they do really, really well, but it doesn't make them who they are. And I think as we continue to move forward, we need to change that language and we start to refer to these people as humans with a lot of great characteristics and a lot of assets outside of their sport so that we can start to take this athletic identity and take the edge off it and allow them to start to identify as the human that they are and the greatness that they have within them, because each and every one of them has tremendous greatness within them. And that's something that we need to start to focus on. And so I want to encourage everyone here to start to really focus on taking that edge off of the athletic identity, because it's going to help so many athletes make this transition out of sports a lot smoother, and it's going to help with the mental health crisis that we're currently experiencing. And for all of you that are involved in college athletics, I want to encourage you with every freshman that comes into your program, every freshman that's in the room, to encourage them to start to expand and grow outside of their sport. Start to plan for what life after sports looks like. This doesn't mean that they're going to retire next year or the year after, but eventually everybody retires, and that's just a realization. And I was one of those guys that always thought that I was going to play forever, I was going to make millions, and then I was going to live on the beach somewhere and life was going to be grand. But in reality, there's very few athletes that get to do that. It's a very, very small percentage. So let's do them all a favor. Let's start preparing them right now for life after sports, empowering them with their greatness. Let them know who they are, the greatness they have within them, and everything they bring to the table. I want to thank you for allowing me to speak. Dr. D'Onofrio, Carly, thank you so much for allowing me to be part of your presentation today. And again, my name is Chuck Thuss. I'm the CEO of Compassionate Connection. If you'd like to find me online, it's thecompassionateconnection.com. And I would love for you to check out my podcast, Warriors Unmasked. It's all around courage, perseverance, and mental health. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy your day.